I'm Laura Hensey Russell. I've been in the club for 21 years, and I'm here to offer the section on how to keep Lake Massapoag and Massapoag Yacht Club healthy. So we share our clubhouse with many other creatures, including mice, raccoons, mosquitoes, probably some ticks. So we need to take some special precautions to make sure that we enjoy it more than they do. So first, it's important to line with a plastic bag, lock and empty the full trash bags into the dumpster, and then reline them. The locking helps keep the raccoons out of the trash. Second, we have a recycling bin that you can use for bottles and cans in the marked barrel. Third, it's important to stow all food and trash securely for mouse control. And so don't leave perishable food in the refrigerator after an event unless you are sure you are going to eat it soon. Word on the bathroom, we have kind of a moaning myrtle there. So if the toilet runs, please jiggle the handle. If that doesn't work, remove the top of the tank and just make sure the valve sits squarely over the round drain there. And if that doesn't work, please report it. The water bill was quite high last year, and we think it was a lot due to leaks from running toilets. Now, a couple of things about our beach and grounds. There are also many plants that love to spread all over it, and a number of them are invasive. The worst of those is the Japanese knotweed, which you can see poking up around all of the rock berms and spreading out there onto the beach and also to the side of the boat launch. So every 4 to 6 weeks, we organize cuttings of these because that's one way to weaken the plants over time. It's very important to cut the stems at the base and pick up every piece, whether it's leaf, stem, flower, or part of the root, and put them inside a black plastic bag, tie it, and put it in the dumpster. It grows very fast, several inches a day, is highly invasive, and any part can regrow. They still will come back, but they'll get weaker over time, and we can't use herbicides given that it's within 100 feet of the lake. To learn more, there's a Facebook group that's helpful called Nix the Knotweed. That's N-I-X the Knotweed. You can also help by cutting back other brush and vines that grow along the hillside below the clubhouse and in the small boat areas as well. Please be considerate when you use the club. Put away equipment, kayaks, chairs, and toys. If somebody else forgot, you may want to do it for them and hope that they return the favor for you in the future. It's important to bag and toss pet waste, and if there is an algal bloom in the lake, please keep pets, dogs away from it because when you drink it, the exposure is even potentially more dangerous. A couple things about our boats. One, we need to think more about what kind of boat cleaners we use and don't use near the lake. I've started some research on this. There's one called Starbright Boat Wash that is phosphate-free. Phosphorus, phosphates, phosphoric acids are things that promote algae growth, particularly in freshwater lakes, so we need to minimize them. There's more information on this at a site called sailorsforthesea.org, and they have a general green boating guide to non-toxic cleaning products. There's also a helpful background article on the Boat USA Foundation, which is boatus.org. Unfortunately, the top pick they recommend is no longer available, but in general, look for boat washes, and check ingredients on manufacturers' websites where they often post the safety data sheets to see exactly what's in the product if you're not sure. Another concern is the mice were quite active last year inside some of the small boats on the beach, eating boat covers, sails, sponges, and the like. peppermint oil seems to work pretty well in repelling them. And if you don't plan to use your boat and are planning to be away for 2 weeks or so, it's probably best to take your sail home, unless you want a good reason to get a new one. Water in boats, in boat covers, on tarps becomes a haven for little mosquito nests to hatch. So please bail, dump, sponge out any standing water you see. You can help out other people if you're there before they are. Just pick up the front of the small boat and dump it out. If there's water in some of the club motorboats or mooring boat, you can help by bailing that as well. There are automatic bailers in the motorboats. Off season, here's another thing that, and when you're in the cutting brush, it's probably worth doing a tick check. I've not personally seen them, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time. Off season, it's important to store the moorings closely up against the rock berms or over by the boat launch where they're out of the way, and not just randomly along the beach sand. There was also, there was a small boat left along the shore for several months last fall, and during that time, every time there was a particularly high tide and waves and a storm, it carved away a lot of sand around that boat and also around those mooring anchors. So unfortunately, we lost quite a bit of sand last season. We don't want that to happen again. We can't replace it, and we want to keep it where it should be. Finally, with boats, it's very important if you're bringing a boat from another location to check and clean off any invasive weeds that may be in the boat, on the trailer, in your gear like an anchor, and also if there are little Asian clams or zebra mussels, it's very important they be removed. These have all been introduced into the lake, and we're trying hard to control them. A few words on our lake. I'm the new chair of Sharon's Lake Massapoag Advisory Committee, and the MYC has been testing weekly for E. coli during the summer swimming season, and we recruit volunteers for that. Steve Arnold is the current chair. Everyone does a great job early Monday mornings, and we invite more people to join into the testing brigade for future years. You can learn more how to help protect the lake at www.lakemassapog.net. I call special attention to, under the Protect tab, there's a section, Top 10 Ways to Protect Lake Massapoag, on that website. In addition, if you do see algae blooms or dead birds, which happen from time to time, please report them to the Sharon Health Department. That's 781-784-1500, and listen for how to get to that department. So because we share the club with so many other species of animals and plants, we ask for you to help so that people enjoy it more and some of them enjoy it less. Thanks so much.